First in Philadelphia on Monday night. Officials say the gunman fired seemingly at random, spanning several blocks. 5 people were killed, ranging in age from 15 to 59. 2 children were injured, both boys aged 2 and 13. They remain stable at a hospital. Police say the gunman is a 40-year-old man who was wearing body armor, armed with a semi-automatic AR-15 style rifle and a handgun. Also, he had a police scanner. In addition, he had multiple magazines of ammunition. Officers arrived on the scene, managed to take the suspect into custody. In that case, he has yet to be identified publicly and has not been formally charged. Philadelphia's mayor urged lawmakers to pass stronger gun safety legislation.
Stupid!
A person walking down a city street with an AR-style rifle and shooting randomly at people while wearing a bulletproof vest with multiple magazines is a disgraceful but all too common situation in America. And I was today at Independence Hall, where they wrote that Constitution, and the Second Amendment was never intended to protect this.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew y'all was gonna start doing that shit. That's why I've been out here getting hugs for almost 5 years. I knew y'all was gonna start talking like that, bruh.
I've got one that can see.
Creep on the beat.
I think a lot of conditioning happens when you see things are wrong and you gotta look the other way for survival. And I've just never been that guy. I come from a bloodline of people that bully the bully, that oppress the oppressor. Like, we look for people that think they tough because we really think they are not.
Hey, RPM Trade Vietnam, this bitch Wu Bang boy. That's me right there. That's all I need is for me to run my mouth. I can fuck their whole shit up. RPM Trade Vietnam and this bitch Wu Bang boy. Get a motherfucking gun. It's the 4th of July. We're gonna see just where these motherfuckers minds are really at to be celebrating today. Y'all got the day off of work. Y'all gonna light the sparklers. Y'all gonna eat the hot dogs and all that other bullshit. But do you really rock with your Second Amendment? I don't think you do. I don't think y'all really respect this Constitution like y'all say. How many people take the opportunity to do what it is that I'm doing? To be a proud gun owner? Not too many, y'all. How many people gonna turn their nose up when they see me? It's the 4th of July, everybody know it. Now how many of these punk bitches out here, beta males and CNN news zombies are gonna actually respect what the fuck it is that I got going on down here? I'm downtown Cedar Rapids. But this is what it is. I'm gonna put motherfuckers on blast today. You gonna answer the question today. Do you really mean that shit? Are you really patriotic? I don't believe you. 12 just roll past what they own. Nothing. They never are. Not with me, they not. They might play your ass. People got stories about Cedar Rapids, Marion police, and all this other shit about how unfair they are, what they've done to you. They ain't never did none of that shit to me, really. They actually do me the opposite way. I think carrying a gun and being very adamant about all of your rights, not just this one, but all of them, I think doing that shit makes you stand out in a good way, not a bad way. For it being a holiday, it's not as much traffic down here as I thought it would be. And I circled a few blocks trying to see where to go and how to do this. And there's just not a whole lot of traffic down here right now. People are probably in parks and shit like that, really chilling, hanging out. But I'm trying to get out here with my shit. I want to see where they really at. I want to see where they mind really at about this gun shit. I want to see where their minds really are. The fact of the matter is, the ATF is breaking all of their own laws and rules, and if we want to be sticklers about people following the laws and rules, then you got to tell the rule makers that they cannot be the rule breakers. That seems fair as fuck if y'all want to be so virtuous about people just follow the rules, just follow the laws. Well, tell them to just follow the fucking laws, bro. They shouldn't really have the audacity to do what it is that they do. They break their own rules and laws all the time. with no recourse, they not worried about nothing. They ain't scared about breaking none of their own rules or none of that shit. Ain't that? You don't find that weird? The audacity of these motherfuckers, the ATF. The fuck y'all got going on? And if they really wanted to curb gun violence, what they would do is say that anybody who commits a crime with these weapons will be severely punished. You're supposed to up the punishment on those things. After someone has earned this label of criminal, of a mass shooter, for example, of a rapist, for example. When people earn these things, that's who you go for. Hey, what's up?
Thanks, man.
Yeah. What you think?
Yep.
You don't recognize me? What's say Trey? What's up? What's up, man? You grew up, boy? You probably don't remember either. That's an AR-15. Yeah. That's cool, right?
I like that.
Later. What's supposed to happen is that people are diligent enough to recognize what's right and what's wrong. And then after that, whoever's in the wrong is just in the wrong. You can't hide behind a government title and then magically everything you do is golden because you hide behind a government title. Man, fuck all that. We're not finna do none of that. Just be real. Just say that you believe that the uniform, the costume, the pseudo names, that all of that shit grants regular human beings this high ground over everyone else for you to pretend like you're a god when you're just a man. You're a flawed man, actually, to want to even pretend, even for a second, that you have anything over me. I have no moral obligation to abide by a damn thing you say, and you're not ordained by no fucking God to be doing what it is that you're doing. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bruh. It's all fugazi as fucking. We need to face this shit. The ATF is out of their minds. We're supposed to punish the criminals who use this weapon. You can't punish everybody when everybody ain't did that. You heighten the punishment on crimes committed with these guns, and that's how you deal with only the people who step out into the spotlight to be criminals with an AR-15. I ain't did nothing to you or nobody, so you cannot have my gun. You can't have it. I ain't did shit. And we're gonna play that game that every white person that ever did anything racial, you're all guilty. Sounds stupid, don't it? Every man is a sex offender just because one of them did something. We not gonna do that, right? Then we're not doing that with this gun shit, bro. We're not finna do that with this gun shit. Y'all gonna play fair, huh? You gonna play fair around this motherfucker. Y'all think y'all was gonna talk us out of that shit and then go crazy? Man, get the fuck out of here. There will be none of that. It doesn't even take a high level of intelligence to see through what it is that they got going on, and it doesn't take that much courage for you to stand up to them either. Because you are intelligent about some things, and you are willing to die for something. You probably actually had to flex in that regard, in that lane, about what it is that you're willing to die for. You probably had to already show somebody that you're not playing about whatever that is to you in your life. If you want to play the game with them about gun rights that aren't even debatable, the gun rights are not amendable. Anybody who thinks that they are, whether you are pro-gun or anti-gun, it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you think my ability to do this relies on what a whole bunch of people that'll never ever meet me, that'll never shake my hand, that will never talk to me, not voluntarily, these motherfuckers ain't gonna never even see my YouTube. Nobody knows I'm here. You don't think that's fucking weird with the shadow banning and shit? What the fuck am I saying that's even so wrong? Nothing. I'm saying the same thing a cop says when he wakes up in the morning to do his punk ass job. He said that he wants to go home to his family. He came out there for the protection. He ain't come out there to hurt nobody. Anybody who can't respect that enough to leave him alone or to allow him to bring some peace in a conflict, then to hell with them. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is what the cop says. When I say the same thing, and I do mean everybody, because nobody is excluded when all of the consequences are still the same. The consequence of somebody challenging my life and me allowing them to do that could equal my death, period. And it does not matter the reason that they bring to the table when they do this. And thus, any reason that anybody brings to the table to do this, I will oppose them. And it doesn't matter what the reason is, bro. It's never going to matter. I don't know how I'm supposed to cut an exception for somebody, anybody, when their objective is the same. Nobody gets a pass. Nobody gets a fucking pass. Stop playing. All these yuppie, uppity ass motherfuckers downtown spinning the block. Very few people are even waving. Everybody sees me. Everybody has this this neutral ass response for the most part. Two guys just waved at me from a truck with they had a big ass Trump flag waving from it. They waved to me, but Trump is a gun hater though. Get your boy. Get your man. He out here bugging. Trump said not only does he hate the bump stock, which does not make a fucking gun a machine gun. Either you pull the trigger per round or not. And as soon as you pull the trigger one time per round, it's not a machine gun, period. And I wouldn't give a fuck if you even battled your way into convincing legislation to put it on paper that it does make it a machine gun. None of it matters. Fuck it. I wouldn't care if you call it a machine gun. I still get to have it. You don't get to tell me what the fuck to do, bro. All you can do is try to convince me with your illusion and then threaten to fight me if I don't go along with it. But you cannot take a goddamn thing from me. We're going to get this real clear. Fucking with me, you're going to get this shit real clear. You don't get to tell me what to do. You only hope that your threats will convince me to allow you to do that without me fighting you because you're trying to save face. You don't want to fight like that, but you want the end result of you getting my guns, but you don't want to fight me for it because you're a coward. Government be on some tough shit, but they really some pussies though. What it is that they want to do to you, they don't got the balls to just come right out and say it. They will never just say it. By the time you get them to say it, the more overt they are with what it is that they want to do, the less likely you are to have the understanding to recognize exactly what it is that they're doing or have the balls to actually do something about it. That's why when they get all brolic and shit and they want to do this brazen bullshit with this overt gun control that they rocking, when they do it in this way, it's because they already calling you pussy. They already not worried about the ones that can see them and what it is that they're capable of doing about it. They smell pussy. They know you're not going to do nothing. And what helps them realize that you're not going to do anything is the fact that they can convince you that if you want to do something, that you got to bust some shots or put hands on somebody or be violent. Because your avenue for voting and marching and all the voting and the marching, that shit don't work. We've been marching since the 60s. Almost nothing has really changed. Almost nothing has changed. What they need for you to do is to feel like your only recourse is violence and you don't want that smoke with them. Don't let this white flag fool you. I want all the smoke. What it is that I want in regards to freedom and gun rights is already so concrete in what it is that I think and feel about my life, this country, and the world, that I am unwilling to budge. Very much like Biden says that they are unwilling to budge about this gun shit. I'm unwilling to budge about you getting it. So bust a fucking move. And I've already accepted all of that. You don't understand how much I don't care. As a matter of fact, I believe what is inevitable is going to be an all-out fight about these gun rights. Do you want them to take your guns or not when multiple countries are trying to join BRICS so that they can dump the American dollar? They said that there was a UFO crash in Nevada. Quit playing with this Nevada bullshit with the aliens. Y'all play too fucking much. Gematria all over that shit and everything. I don't believe a damn thing that y'all ever say about nothing. Y'all are some fucking liars. They have to swirl you around in a whirlwind of confusion so that you cannot see the clear picture, so that you start making clear decisions about what the fuck it is going on and how to handle it, how to deal with the shit. They don't want you to pay no attention to that. They want you to shut the hell up and just keep on marching forward. And if you can support them at least a little bit in your march, then it will be greatly appreciated. But what they do not want you to do is to oppose them with some critical thinking with a gun in your hand. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do that, but you should though. You should do exactly that. You should have zero tolerance for anybody trying to lie to you in this political circus. Anybody who is lying, hold a grudge against them. Take that very seriously that they try to lie to you about something so serious while in the position that they are in. To use the illusion to hide behind, for them to be bigger criminals than any of us ever could. Because if you want to be a drug dealer, a drug trafficker, a drug user, a woman abuser, a child abuser, a child trafficker, if you want to do any of these things while committing international crimes, no less, like the Biden administration, all of these administrations, they all do it. If you want to be that and get the best coverage that society has to offer, you should get a government job. They provide for you the best coverage that society has to offer for that bullshit. If I'm lying, then say I'm lying. If it's true, then use that to calculate the bigger picture. Use that to calculate what the fuck you think it is that's going on in the world, man. I dropped too many objective truth bombs for y'all to still get to the conclusion that government can be trusted, that the vote is going to work, that the next administration is going to fix all of the wrongs of the previous administration. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind if you think it's going to work. And if you think that, I want you to point to any time where that was the case in the past 50 fucking years in government business where something was wrong and then government fixed it. They always exacerbate everything. That's what they do, and that's intentional because they get the order out of chaos in everything that they do because they need it to be chaotic so they can have some job security that you're always going to feel like you need them to save you from the bullshit they started. Stop playing. Stop playing. All of this shit is a game. Russia can't do nothing to my guns. If somebody wants to fight me over my gun rights, it'll be this country. It ain't gonna be Russia. So what you need to do first and foremost is ask yourself, what is it that government wants, and are they getting it? Because what it is that they want, they get what they want. They're very proficient in getting what it is that they want. When the school system fails you, just know that that's what they wanted. When black people feel like the public school system has lied to them, just know that that's what they wanted. But keep in mind, they lied to the little white boy sitting right next to you in the classroom too. They gotta tell everybody to lie because they say fuck everybody. But fuck you niggas twice. That's what they say. That's what the system does. Yes, they fight us. They fight us a lot, but they gotta fight everybody. COVID was to fuck with everybody. The monetary system and fractional banking and the inevitable crash of the American dollar into the fucking pits of hell this dollar will go. All of that, they have to say fuck all of these white people too. They can't just mess with black folks when they do this stuff. The end goal, the big punches, the haymakers that government throws onto the people are meant to affect everybody. In the meantime, they want to keep us divided about the gender shit, the racial shit, the sexual orientation shit, all of that. The gun rights, they want us all fighting each other about that first. That's what they do. They cannot control the world and we're all chilling because all of the bullshit that they do will stand out very vividly as violent, crazy bullshit that needs to be stopped at all costs. When I say that you're not supposed to care about death when you're fighting for something right, when you're fighting to really save yourself, the world, the country that you praise so much, the country that you probably celebrating today. All you patriotic pussy, y'all some pussies, bruh. You're not really that patriotic. If you was, you would tell the government to leave me the fuck alone, or you would go to DC about that shit. Because nobody fucks with the freedom. No one gets to fuck with the freedom, bro. Nobody gets to fuck with the freedom. That means Russia, fuck Russia. That means China, fuck China. That means Canada, fuck y'all too. You neighborly, friendly, pussy motherfuckers, fuck y'all too. Y'all some goofies. Fuck all y'all, bruh. I don't mean all Mexican people, I mean Mexico. I don't have to like Mexico. I don't have to like BRICS and what they got going on. I don't have to like China. I don't even have to like my mama. You think that I have to like y'all or rock with y'all? I don't gotta do none of that shit. All of this fake ass fear that y'all got when they tell y'all to be scared of different perspectives and shit, they try to get you to close your mind with that shit. Just like a religion tends to try to get you to close your mind about shit. Anybody preaching anything other than what it is that you were raised in, when you trust and love your family, their traditions, and your government, you will inevitably have a higher chance of being of the Islamic faith that you were born in a country that rock like that. You're born in America, there's a very good chance you're going to be a Christian. Your environment, your family history probably leaning in that direction, all of that. All of that. And that's okay. But what you got to know is, if your spirituality is so heavily swayed and influenced by geographical happenings that had nothing to do with you, you got to question your faith and your fucking free will. Because it kind of looked like you were out of control of a lot of that shit, the fundamental shit. But yet and still, this is where all your trust goes. Why? How? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. What the fuck is going on? I thought y'all were intelligent people. When I point these things out to you, and you understand that critical thinking is calling you to constantly be on the lookout for them necessary changes in who you are in life, because we will all change inevitably. Maybe part of what it is that changes that you have an awakening about how you feel about your patriotism and maybe even your spirituality. That you need to hold more of a responsibility about how those things go, which means that you may need to challenge and maybe even be brought to the level of divorcing what it is that you were taught growing up. Maybe that's the path you need to be taking. We don't know. No one knows what the hell this is, where it came from, what's going on. But it's damn sure fun to ponder, and I want to be left alone so I can ponder the shit, so I can think about it in my own accord to what it is that I think and feel. Because religion and government won't allow me to be as loving and as free as I want to be. They won't let me do that. They have legalized marijuana in the past couple of years. So what a cop would chase you down for, pepper spray you, beat you up for, maybe even kill you if you fought that hard, all of those things that would bring him to do that, they're all gone now, so now he won't do it. He's a slave to the paper. Whatever they write on the magic paper is what they do. If you think that that's an honorable thing inside of a man, you are absolutely out of your mind, and I'm going to need an explanation about exactly what I just said specifically. If you disagree with what it is that I'm saying about how much bullshit law enforcement is, how there's no such thing as a good cop. If you believe that you are in the right, that there is a such thing as a good cop, address what the fuck it is I just said about the contradiction and what a cop will or will not do depending on what is written on the magical paper. He might have voted against all of the politicians that made these things true in his home state, whether he is for or against marijuana in comparison to the marijuana laws in his respective state. Doesn't matter. On either side, there's some questions to be had. There's some observations to be made. Who is this man that you gave all of this power to? Who is he?